Okay, so I mentioned the seating area with it being washed. I think it's come up a lot brighter. I was going to change these seat cushions to something a little bit more plain, but I actually quite like the pattern on here and I think it fits well with the dark wood interior, the mahogany interior that's on this boat. Also, I found in Asda a idea. A wife said to me, wouldn't it be nice if one of the sinks had a chopping board that fits on top of it to give us a little bit more work surface to play with? So I actually found the perfect size, and with a little modification it actually fits superb. So I'll show you that just now. Let me spin the camera around. Okay, so that's the seating area. It's come up a lot brighter and cleaner. Got some nice wooden mats and things for the table. And then over this side, the chopping board that I mentioned that we've got just here. So this board obviously just has an indentation on the back of it, and it fits perfectly over one of the sink tops to give us that little bit more work surface, which I'm really stoked and chuffed about. Other than that, we've just given the interior of the boat a really good clean, and yeah, I think it's looking pretty good now. I still need to do some things like just clean the lights up with a bit of Autosol. You can see on this side, not sure if you can see that, it's nice and shiny. And then on the other side, just here, it's a little bit pitted, so I'm just going to get some Autosol today on the 4 lights that are in the cabin just here, and also the ones in the bedrooms, and just give them a little bit of a tidy up. Also, I'm going to clean the barometer and the clock that's on the wall just there. And also I'm going to do the winches outside as well, just give them a bit of a buff up. And lots of little jobs to do now. I've got some wires that will tie in my older generation depth sounder and speed sounder, and also the auto helm to my new Axiom 7 unit that I've put on the helm, which is my navigation unit, so it'll all tie in with that. A little bit of a workaround. I asked Raymarine the other day, and they came back within 2 days and answered all my questions. So I've got those cables ordered, so I can just plug and play all that stuff to go onto the Axiom, which is great. So one of the jobs today that I've got to do is I've got some Araldite twin pack. Got 3 of these and a syringe, like a big syringe with a long tube on it. And outside, the Teak seating area is just lifting on one corner on a section. So I'm just going to put this in the tube and squirt it underneath and put something heavy on to stick it back down. There's a little bit of caulking needed to be done. I've got some nozzles here that I ordered the other day because the tube of caulking that I bought had no nozzle on it. But it's always good to have more nozzles for future. So that's to do too. Hope you like my little map on the nav desk just here. I thought I'd put that on. This is actually of South Wales, where I kept the boat, and also we've got Fishguard Harbour just here, where I stayed one night before I brought it across Cardigan Bay. So I put that on there just to a bit of a feature, really. Okay, so let's get outside and I'll show you the teak seating and the flooring, how it's come up. It's really come up really nice, so let's head outside. So that's how the teak deck has come up, and the flooring. Like I say, I've got a little bit just down here that needs sticking in one of the corners where it's just lifting. I'll do that today. And then also there's some teak just under here as well, on this wood just here. So I'm going to take these rails off, sand this down, get it back to genuine teak look again. And also on the board that comes across to lock up, there's a bit of teak wood just there as well. So I'll do that today. It's a bit windy down in Fleetwood today, but the sun's finally come out. It was raining all morning. Okay, so I just need to put some Araldite under this side here. Let's see if I can lift it slightly to get this stuff in. Yeah, should be okay. Okay, so hopefully that will hold it. I'll clean it up a bit Once it's stuck, I've put a bucket on it just there to keep it held down until it sets. Now, time to tackle that bit of teak behind me. Okay, first need to take this rail off. Hopefully these will come out okay, which they are, which is good. And then this shouldn't take too much sanding down, but I will shut the hatch so that I don't get any of the sawdust in the cabin. And also I must make sure that I've got the hoover handy. Obviously I can wash it off later with a hose. Give it a good wash down. And also while I've got these rails off, I can give them a good clean with some Autosol, bring them back up to former glory. Now, if I put a new sanding pad on, it would help, because that one's 120, and I need to put a 60 on it just to get it going. Okay, all sandy, and let's reveal how it looks compared to the one I haven't done. So you can just see the end there with the sun on it, nice and teak looking now. And there's the end without the teak looking, that horrible paint or whatever he's put onto there. It's disgusting. So glad to get that off and then take it back to the lovely teak that it is. And all I'll do is teak wash that, put some brightener on it, and that's that. That's all it needs doing to it. Now the trick is, when you wash your boat or out at sea, always keep the windows closed. Yep, I did it. I left the window open over the nav station after washing all the boat down, after rubbing all of that teak down and giving it a coat of teak cleaner and teak brightener. I came in the boat and yeah, everywhere was wet through. Even I didn't notice on the outside that the window was open when I was spraying over the windows even. So after about half an hour of mopping up, cleaning up, drying up, everything's back to normal. I'm a little hot, but I'm ready to continue. So let's hop outside and have a look how the teak's come up and finished off now that I've done those final bits. I'm happy with it, so that's all that matters really, but yeah, you give me your opinion how it looks now compared to how it looked before. Now it might be hard to see because of the shading of the canopy, but you can just see it drying out just there. It's got a nice yellow to it. That one's drying out just there. So I've done both of these slats that the rails screw to, and also you can see just there I've done the bar that goes across on the top window as well. Yeah, really happy with those. And you can see how the floor is just there, and that's how they'll look once they're dry. God, it's hard work, this boat life. I've just cleaned some of the stainless on the front of the boat, the rails, and also I've just cleaned the winches, which have come up really nice. Just there, nice and shiny. Done that one, done the other one, and I've done the two. You can't see that because I'm in the shadow. I've done the two on the side for the Genoa as well. And then, yeah, just up the front of the boat, just the rails that go up the side there, all cleaned, stainless. And yeah, I don't know if you can see now that the sun's on this. It's come up absolutely lovely. Okay, so another job that I've done today. So just behind me, just here, I've put the AIS antenna, albeit it's cable tied on just now. I've actually lost the fitment that fits to the stainless steel rails, so that's the thing to do when I come back down to the boat. But it's in, it's wired, and on the Raymarine chart plotter now I've got all my AIS targets. If you're unfamiliar with AIS, basically it shows up other boats that are around you, and on their heading it shows their boat name, shows their course that they're heading in, their speed over ground and things like that, course over ground, as well as mine gets pinged out to them as well. So yeah, if you have any occasions where a ship's on a collision course with you from miles and miles away, you can see it early and get obviously a notification to say that something's coming. in your direction. So yeah, that's all integrated in with the Axiom 7 screen that I have on the boat. Now you won't be able to see it because the sun's on it just currently. I can see it. Obviously with it being a backlit screen, you're not going to see anything on there. But it's showing in the marina where I am that there's 2 or 3 other boats with AIS transmitters on. So yeah, the other thing I need to do is I need to get a couple of cables to plug into some bits so I can show my depth on here, and also to show the wind on here. There's a way of doing it even though it's a wireless setup, so I need to get that sorted. So AIS systems, I got a Raymarine genuine one, but it was second hand actually. It wasn't brand new, and I found it on eBay. So someone's updated their boat electronics, and obviously they're selling off their old stuff. It's not all to me because it does figure up to the new system that I have on the boat, so that's great. So that's another job well done by me. Okay, so that's more boat jobs done. This has been over a couple of days, hence the different t-shirt. And yeah, today I've been literally clearing out the 2 garages on the lockers in the cockpit. A, getting rid of an old dinghy. B, packing our dinghy up that was on the back of the boat, putting it back in its bag. It's a 2.3 meter 3D tender, and it packs up really small. So that's gone into one of the lockers while I'm not using the boat. I think it's best. It's brand new, so I'll keep it bagged up and away. What else have we done? So we finished up or nearly finished up, the wiring from the old Sea-Talk system on the boat, converting it to Sea-Talk NG with a little gadget that I bought, and I'm just waiting for 2 more cables. Really, one to go from the depth gauge and one to go from the auto helm to the converter, and then everything will be on my Axiom 7 chart plotter and navigation screen. So once I get all that on, I'm happy that all the electronics are done on the boat. The AIS is fitted. I didn't show you the install on that, it was really basic. We put some new speakers on the inside of the boat. Now I didn't opt for marine speakers because it's pretty bone dry where I've put these speakers, and also they're a lot cheaper from Halford's. Nice set of speakers. I will be wiring in zone 2 to the Fusion, which is a couple of waterproof speakers outside in the cockpit, and I've located an area for those now. So 2 6-inch speakers I'll put outside, and then with the Fusion system that you can see just behind me, just where is it, just here, literally you can go zone 1, zone 2, so inside, outside, or both at the same time, so you can switch and change those. I'm waiting for a cable for the Fusion stereo. That'll also link into the Axiom chart plotter, and literally I can control the music from there as well. And yeah, I took the steering wheel off the boat. It just unscrews literally from the helm, and while I'm not using the boat, I'll just keep it inside. It just gives me a bit more access around the cockpit area while I'm doing jobs. Today I did wash the Teak again, scrub the Teak, so the Teak's really looking great. I did a bit of caulking on the Teak just to fill in those black areas and just the edges now. So the Teak's great, that's all done. I'll show you that in a second. And also I've deoxidized the cockpit where the gel coat is, and give it a coat of polish, so that's all clean now. So cockpit area is looking great, that's all done. Teak's done, everything's done. Electronics are nearly done. The only thing I need to do now really is get a electric anchor wingless, which one is on order, and I'll fit that. I had a measure up the other day, and also I need to order up the bimini for the cockpit area just to keep the sun off us when we're out and about. Okay, so cockpit area. Let me show you that. So as you can see, the Teak's looking really nice now. A little bit wet in places because I've just washed it down, but as you can see where it's dried, it looks absolutely perfect. Nice. And also the gel coat as well that we've all polished and got it up to scratch as well, so that's great. Loads of old dinghy rubbish to go and get off the boat. and also the new dinghy is literally in the lockers just there. So at the back you've got the dinghy, and then that's my rope locker, spare fuel can locker. And then this side, they are quite deep lockers. I've got a life raft and just my cleaning equipment and flares and go-to bag really. Excuse the wind noise, guys, but it's howling through this camera. This is my phone, by the way. So the only bit of wood I've got left to do is on the front there, just in front of the front furler, and then that's teak as well, so I'll sand that down and keep that going. The windlass, you've not seen the windlass on this boat, so it's a manual windlass. Really not happy with it. It's dead difficult to get the chain up, and I'll be taking that one out and putting an electric windlass in. I think a Lumar windlass, nice chrome one coming for that, and that'll fit where that is, and then I've got to wire it up as well. And then she's about ready. Gonna head over to the Isle of Man at the end of June with the family, and possibly another trip up to Whitehaven Marina a little later on. A few other lines just need, I'm going to take all the lines off and give them a good wash. They are in good condition, as is the rigging and everything on the boat. The bimini is coming, like I said, and the spray hood that matches the sail cover just here. I've given it a good clean actually, and it's in pretty good condition. There was just the one bit that I had to re-sew up on the other side, but I don't mind that. I actually thought this had faded, but the company that makes it, which is C&J Marine, they actually said this is the original colour. Just not as dark as I would like it. Next job on the boat is along the sides of the boat. I don't know if you can see, just here where the blue stripe is. I've actually cleaned that, deoxidized that bit, and then I need to do the rest of it. And that runs all the way forward on the boat just there, so I need to do the side of the decking, get that up to scratch, give it a good polish and things. But yeah, really happy with the way that's turned out. Thanks again for watching this video, guys. It really helps us to try and build this channel. We do have a motorcycle channel, if you don't know about that one. That's called Moto UK, and on there we've been running that channel now for about 5 years. We have a Triumph T120 Bonneville, and also a Triumph Tiger 1200, the new one, and that's the Rally Pro that we've got. So head over to that channel if you're not a subscriber to that as well. But yeah, I appreciate it if you can give the channel a big like and a subscription. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe to our sailing channel, and all helps really with the algorithm. So click that button, and we'll catch you on another video soon. Take care for now. Cheers.